Evening and welcome to another episode of That's What She Said. I have to tell you, if you have tuned in based on my earlier Facebook post about a video journey to our Naked Day Spa, I'm sorry. Jamie messed up the tape on the way to the to the computer, so we'll just have to do without it. We're fine anyway. So that's what she said. Roll that printro.
This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. Ate pretzels nonstop and pot pie no top. Till we drop. Works. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
And here I am again. and we're off to a start. We of course, this is That's What She Said. I'm Jane Street, and this is
Sheila.
Sheila.
Martha. And Nicole.
And they're all wonderful. And you see we have a little fire going on.
Oh my gosh.
Here.
Yeah, fire.
It is our dear Sheila's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So since we won't be together tomorrow, we thought we would celebrate tonight. Let's sing our non-copyrighted happy birthday song. Happy birthday, Sheila. It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Blow out your candle. Oh, make a wish.
I wish everything all the time. I was good. I already did that before I got here. Yeah, I wish all the time, so I'm very hopeful.
No copyrights were harmed in the filming of this TV show.
We are drinking Spanish.
Oh, yes.
We're drinking
Cava.
Spanish cava.
Right.
It's a bubbly, sparkling, very dry Spanish bubbly stuff.
And
Oh,
what,
it's good.
It is good.
and what
I
are we
didn't expect
drinking?
it to be that good.
Cheers to you, Sheila.
Cheers, indeed.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know, right?
A year of being sassy and awesome.
Sassy
And-
is even the sassy
And we are
part.
drinking it in our wonderful That's What She Said glasses. And later on the show, caller number 3 will win a set of these wonderful glasses. If you've already won, Jason, you can call in again and get, well.
It's a full party
Oh,
set.
Caitlin. So only non-winners thus far can call in and get them. So, but wait,
gonna want these
wait till
glasses.
yes,
That's
you
right.
are. Things taste so much better in them.
They do.
So, but wait till we say go, and then be the third caller, and
The phones are going to blow up again.
They
How
are.
cool
They
was
would
that
hope
last time when they were like,
Right.
We should get volunteers to demand the phone banks.
hey, I
indeed,
work at a call center. I'm
angels
gonna
were getting their
All by
wings all over the
sorority or
place.
something. Or your flag people.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
right,
goodness.
get them on the phone.
On this subject, and I've been meaning to say this every time we do a show, and I just thought of it today, and I wrote it down so I'd remember. We want you to, we do drink on this because
It's fun.
it's fun.
Why not?
And we like it, and it tastes good. But we want you to drink, if you're drinking along with us, or any time you drink, to drink responsibly. Have a designated driver, like I do, because I drink a lot. Or
Taxi.
or if you're in a bar and you don't have a designated driver, you can get a taxi, or you can try that new service,
Uber?
Humbert.
Or Uber.
Uber.
What is Uber? I've never
That's
heard of
very
these.
I'll
third
show
right.
you. I will talk to you about it after.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! So it's not Hubert.
No, it's Uber.
Uber.
So no phone.
All right.
You call them up and they'll be in 10 minutes.
Well, my goodness. Well,
Uber.
but or if that's unavailable and you have no cash because you've spent it all on beverages, you can just curl up in a corner of the bar, and I'm sure they'll let you sleep it off.
With Uber, you need no cash. It's all done with your credit
What?
card, which you put in ahead of time. There's no cash, no tipping, nothing.
Oh,
Well,
that's pretty
right.
cool. I'm gonna look
This
into
sounds
this.
dangerous.
Tell you about it later.
Sounds amazing. What do you mean?
But please imbibe
Today.
gently
I'm
Tell
just
you.
kidding.
or responsibly.
Remind me after.
And we also want to say, on our last show, it was the last show, right? Yes, Barbara Parento was here with us, and consequently, she went to Cleveland on some business, and in Cleveland, she ran into somebody who recognized her from the show, which we thought was marvelous.
In Cleveland?
In Cleveland,
Wow,
of all
we have-
places.
Wow, you watch us there.
So we were
Cleveland.
Indeed.
Hey, Cleveland.
Cleveland, we're looking at you. So please find our Facebook page or Twitter. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about all this. Yes, our Twitter.
Oh my
Let me get the
gosh.
Twitter open. You can tweet us at She Tweets to Me, at She Tweets to Me. You can also call us at 610-378-0426 because we'd love to hear from you. Where the heck is my little Twitter thing? Oh, we already have a tweet.
Oh, tweet.
My goodness. Oh, our dear friend Jason would like us to let you know that it's LGBT night at the Fightin' Phil's on Monday, August 17th.
That's what's up.
And
We
he'd
should
like to
go.
see us there.
Wait,
Monday, August 17th.
Monday, August 17th.
Let's do it.
Let's
We
do
should.
it. We will
I
be
can
there.
make
Yes.
that work. I
It's
will
on
have
my
to check
calendar
it, so-
now.
Yeah,
Put it on.
That would be marvelous.
Arrange
So
something
yeah,
out, but I can
we'll
do
come
it.
out and cheer on the
You can
Fightin'
take
Phil's
Uber.
because, or the Fightins, I guess. They're just
Yeah,
Fightins
totally.
now. They're not
Fightins.
Fightin' Phil's.
cool. Fightin'
Or did they go
Phil's.
back? I don't know. Have to get him back on the show to explain all this fighting stuff. But anyway, if you please find our Facebook page. If you search for what is the name of our show?
That's what
She
she
says.
said.
If you search for That's What She Says, you will get a whole lot of results. Look for the one that has the icon that looks just like that or similar to that in the background here, but smaller, much smaller. It's
They're
about
like
that
Rocky
size.
Horror Lips almost.
Oh my goodness, they do.
I love Rocky Horror Lips. I love red lips. It's the only red thing I love. I hate red. But red lips are always cool.
So, but we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear where you're from. So let us know. Find us on Facebook and comment away, or tweet us, or do anything else.
We should
Because-
start a little map. And every time we get a
Oh,
person,
we could put a map
stick
up
a
on the
pin in
side.
the map,
That's
and when we
true.
get to all 50 states, have a big celebration.
You can
That
also
would be
find us at That's What She Said online.com.
Or 5.
So,
I already hit 5.
goodness, we're only here monthly, but you can be with us every day if you really, really want to. Let's see. I think we should move on now.
I think that's a good idea.
So-
Jane.
Let's do that.
So, has anyone read the new Harper Lee novel?
I have a stack of books that are from pre-David. I'm still waiting to read post-David. So maybe when he graduates high school, I'll be ready to look at them. And I'm not willing really to add that book to the pile.
I'm not going to read it. I really love Atticus Finch, and I
part
love
of it.
Teaching to Kill a Mockingbird. This is a book that she did not want published, and I think authors' wishes should be respected. Harper Lee is still living. She's in a nursing home. She's in her 90s, I believe, and she
suffered a stroke several years
suffered
ago.
a stroke. Somebody found this and knew it was a money-making.
Her lawyer and confidant.
Okay. Knew it would make money and convinced her, and with all due respect to 90-plus people, it might be easier to convince her. And I think that's just very sad.
Well, according to reports,
is
she's
sad.
nearly blind and deaf, and she doesn't remember things
And
from
this
moment
is
to moment. And she wrote this
exploitation.
beautifully lucid piece about the book that was released through her lawyer.
Yeah.
So there's a
Right.
lot of,
I
it
just
seems
think
that there's
it's
a lot of control
exploitation.
going on there.
Besides, Atticus Finch is one of my true heroes. This
think a lot of people.
Well, you know what? We've done so much to
love
tear
that
down
story.
most of my heroes that I don't want to be disillusioned. This is one I want to keep. And I just,
I don't
Well,
think you're wrong in that.
I suppose it brings
Yeah,
up
I
a
don't
question,
want to
though.
read it either.
Is this was a first draft of this, which her publisher said, go fix, because it isn't good enough. There has always been question as to who actually wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. Was it her and Truman Capote?
true.
So is it possible that this is her alone and Mockingbird is her with
It was a collaborative
but we'll never
effect.
know.
We won't.
And why? I mean, Mockingbird is
Does it
such a
even matter
classic.
at this point?
No.
You know?
No.
Well, see, and the thing is, it then suggests that To Kill a Mockingbird needs
More.
a second novel.
Yeah.
And
And
it doesn't.
I disagree.
It
It is a
doesn't.
novel that can stand on its own.
It's a
It stands
perfect
through
novel.
time. It doesn't need a companion novel. It doesn't need it. As concerned, those characters in that place and time work. I don't really want to know what happens to Scout in the future.
And it's a perfectly constructed novel.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful novel.
And again,
to
that's
teach.
the problem with this new book. It wasn't ever meant for publication.
No.
It's a draft of a book that she was working on.
And she did not want it published.
Exactly.
Specifically,
If she had
did not
wanted-
want it published.
yeah, if she had wanted it to come out,
Then that's
maybe
different.
what was it, 40 years ago that it, more than that,
more
that it
than
came
that.
in. But in that time, don't you think she would have found a minute to say, hey, there's another book? She didn't.
sad.
So I think that she felt as well that her book stood on its own. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't think that this is a necessary...
No, so we all agree. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen. We're
We're
gonna
not
read
reading it, so...
We're not reading it. If you're going to read it,
Let us know.
let us know how it was.
Give us the Cliff Notes.
Number one on the New York Times fiction list. right
And
now.
remember, you can tweet us at
Throw it.
she
it's the
tweets to
notoriety.
me, or call us at 610-378-0426. Roll that tape for the next segment.
It's Sheila. Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Oh, and here we are with Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Well, yeah, because it's not a current movie, but I was watching TV the other day and I was looking for something good to watch, and I found an oldie but goodie. Beaches.
I've never
my
seen
word.
Beaches.
Oh
I've never seen Beaches.
Beaches.
Oh, we have to have a beaches day. Bring your tissues. Bring
I'm just like crying just thinking about it.
Oh, it's a tearjerker. It's such a good
Oh,
story.
Bette Midler and
Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey.
Yeah, they're best friends. Well, they meet
Oh, so
at the
sad.
beach
When they're kids.
Right.
Like, just they're complete opposites. Like,
Oh,
Bette
it's-
Midler's character's this trashy little thing, and
And
then
outgoing
uppity
and-
little, yeah. Then
It's
there's an
such
uppity
a
little
good
prissy girl
love it.
from...
Oh, I love
and then
that
Barbara
movie.
Hershey, little girl, and then
We
and
want to talk about it.
And then the movie ends very sadly.
right.
We won't get all into it. but
So
you should
exactly
definitely
why
watch
do you
it.
like this movie?
because
It's
no, go
not
ahead.
about the tragedy portion of it. It's more about like the friendship, to be honest
the
with you. Like that
testament.
builds
Exactly.
up. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
these women
Exactly.
have arguments, they fight, they
Yes.
stop speaking, but like overall their friendship like really
Don't you
does
get
kind
enough of
win
that
out.
with us?
No,
Who needs
But
a movie
if
when
you
you have
have
us?
a best friend in life, Beaches will speak to
Yes.
you on the deepest of levels.
yeah, and
because
if you haven't talked to her in a while,
Yes.
yeah, Beach talks about how, you know, like there's family, and then there's the family you make.
and that's exactly it.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
where Beaches is so beautiful,
Exactly.
because at the end of the day, as much crap that Bette Midler's character does, she was there when it counted. Like she knew,
At the
she
very
knew it.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
That doesn't
And
always
actually
work
ends
out.
up raising
doesn't
her
always,
daughter.
but that's
Yeah.
how it needed to. Yeah, it was just good. It was just
So
good
it's Bette
stuff.
Midler and it's
Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey.
But it's Bette Midler.
Who
What else
directed
do you need?
it? Do we know who
Who
directed
did
it?
direct it? I don't know.
Mr. Beach. No.
We'll have to
It
find
was
out.
a bestseller before they made a film.
Oh, really?
Because I read the
Really?
book first,
Oh,
and
good
then
to
they.
know. I didn't know that.
I would read that book.
I would read it too.
And it's a beach book. I mean, it's really one you want to read.
book.
Does it have a theme song?
It does. Wind beneath my wings.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now you know, right?
Gary Marshall.
Gary Marshall.
There you go.
It is a
Marshall.
very
That does
Gary
make
Marshall
sense.
You
movie.
can't go wrong with it.
I love
Well.
it. It's one of my favorites. And I always forget that until I see it. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
love this. I forgot all about it. It's cool.
My
I
goodness.
watch it.
I think I have the DVD, the video. You know, what did you call the cassette?
Cassette. Oh, that big old
I have it at home.
Wow.
Well,
And the soundtrack on the 8
You have
track.
a cassette, but can you still play it?
well, some
nothing
evening
to
I
play
won't
it
put
on,
the
but-
makeup on and I'll come over and
some
we'll all cry
tissues.
because I don't want.
Oh, yeah. You'll
All of
laugh.
this
and
running.
it's
You will.
so
Yeah, it's a
fun.
great film.
So
My
fun.
goodness. Well, all right.
Thank
Roll
you,
that
Sheila.
outro.
Yeah.
It's Sheila. Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Such a good.
I love that song.
We just
And-
need a whole show of intros and outros. They're just adorable.
I mean, I think Kirk just sits at home hoping for a new segment. So that, don't you know?
It's like, boys, what you got?
You want a new segment?
Segments.
It's like knocking at my door at all hours of the day saying, never mind. Anyway, so it's harder to get around town, well, in and out of town late, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, they shut down the bridge.
Indeed.
For
And
2
that's-
years, right?
They are
2
ruining
years.
my life.
Not only that, but all the other
Terrible.
streets are under construction. What were they
And they're not
thinking?
letting, like in West Reading, they're not allowing left-hand
No,
turns on certain streets.
no.
Like,
What?
I wanted to turn
No,
onto one street. I had to
can't do
drive
it.
about 3 blocks
Yeah.
down
Oh, my
in order
goodness.
to make that. like, it was-
Insanity.
oh my gosh.
And the
They're
route
killing
they've
me.
been telling people in the map that paper is running is
That's paper.
that paper is
There's the Martha's Rant video.
Paper that shall not be named.
yeah, you didn't
With her head
throw that in. But it's a ridiculous route. It's very circuitous. Instead of just going in 5th Street to Penn and across the Buttonwood,
They
across
take
the
'em on a
Penn Street
tour.
Bridge, they take them all around.
I'm getting on that
Well,
bus.
maybe they're
I wanna
hoping, or maybe
see.
they're hoping that
Like-
the idiots will go that way, and then the
I think that's
the
it,
Reading
'cause I
savvy
went the
people
other
will go the right way.
The other day, and it was clear sailing all the way in 5th Street to Penn Street. You know, make a right onto Penn and go right over it. No, you know, it was fine. And there's other people going down
Yeah.
4th and Washington
There were,
and
I
whatever.
actually had to go through West Reading today because I had a car appointment. The de Chauveau was not happy, but she's fine now. So, but there were police all over that.
Yes.
I guess they're thinking people are going to drive crazy now that they can't get across the Buttonwood Street Bridge. It's a riot.
It's a very
It's-
real
Well, they've
possibility.
changed the lanes, though. That's
Ah,
the other
that's
thing.
true. They did.
They put in
them.
turning lanes where there
That's
weren't.
true.
They've taken out turning lanes where there used to be.
Oh, dear, I was
It's
slouching.
really crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But the question is, and see, I speak maybe as a person apart from this because this affects all of you directly. Me, I'm like, tra-la-la, bridges out, whatevs. I don't really go that way.
You don't go that way.
Would you rather the suffering now or to continue
bridge needs to be
to?
fixed.
Oh yeah, every
Yeah,
time I
it's-
go
That
over
bridge
it,
is falling
I think
apart.
I go over that bridge 4 times a week because
Well,
I would
I would.
much rather go through town to get to West Reading than the bypass. So every time I go over, I think
You're going to go through it.
I just want to get to the end before it starts collapsing.
really
'cause
pothole.
it's a terrible shape.
Well, then there's the Binghamton Street Bridge, which they never actually closed down. They just
No.
made it a 2-lane because
Right.
to keep the heavy traffic off.
Regulated.
Because,
Right.
but now it's back to the regular
Right.
way.
Well, they
and it's
see,
like,
that's-
oh, is it really safe now?
And that's
They-
an
I think
issue
they
across
needed
our
to change
country, though.
anything.
I mean,
They-
our
they
our
suggested,
infrastructure
though, that
is
they
a
have
mess.
one lane
Really
open, and
is.
I think it's
And
in such bad shape.
I
that
just,
really,
I just
we're
saw that
lucky.
they're
And
going to be
don't you
doing
think
the
Button
Tappan
Street
Zee now.
is
All right. We can't,
Yeah.
we can't have a
I'm sorry.
private conversation
inner
going
No,
on
house.
no,
here.
no, 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 I'm so sorry.
But I just heard on NPR that they're starting work on the Tappan Zee Bridge, which is that huge,
That's
crazy
a
Oh,
huge
my
bridge.
goodness.
That's going to take forever.
I went over
Wow.
that thing once.
I've been over it like once or twice myself. It's
soiled myself.
it's
and never
very
crossed it
scary.
Again, it is scary.
New York bridges are really big.
they
It's
are.
scary.
Yeah.
All of them.
We've heard from the contingent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where's the pin?
They're watching. They're watching Wales and our show.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Hey.
It must be
Wales, too?
Meg.
I would love to be watching Wales.
They've been seeing,
Jamie,
she's
could
been,
you pretend to be a
take-
whale off camera and just? We can pretend we're sitting on the beach watching you.
That would be the best.
Make some whale noises out there. Oh my goodness. Speaking of whale noises, what about Donald Trump?
Oh, wow.
My
what's
goodness.
left
I'm getting
to say?
nervous. A very real possibility that he could be like.
Nah.
I'm not saying I would vote for him, but I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of people are going to.
I think there's.
I really do, and that makes me nervous.
I think there's so many disillusioned people that they're like.
And he's a
they just
savior?
want change, like something different.
They just want. I think at this point they're going for the ironic choice. Like if, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be a big one between him and Hillary.
Really?
I don't know if an orangutan was running, they'd vote for this.
Wow.
They just want
And that
to
might be a
get
better
anyway.
choice.
Oh, Donald.
Well, that's what my mouth does when I think of him.
Don't you think people were entertained by him on television? They
Yeah,
liked him on the
Exactly.
Renaissance?
This is why he's
I loved
leading in
him
the
on TV.
polls.
But you
He's
don't want him
fun
for
to
your
watch.
He has
president.
name recognition. He's a celebrity, and
Right.
America loves the celebrities.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You don't want him as president,
No.
though.
But that's the problem. Americans can't now separate celebrity from political, you know, the notoriety of names. There's celebrity, there's political.
They'll vote for him just because he's Donald Trump.
And rarely shall the
I have
or
more
should
faith
the,
in
the
America
twain
than
meet,
that.
but
Do you though?
Yeah, I do.
well, indeed.
I have,
push comes
I have
to
faith in part of
I
America.
really don't know.
I know. 2 years from now, I'm going to go, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're right.
You'll be eating those words. You'll
right.
see.
Well, we will keep our fingers crossed for this next election.
Excuse me.
Is that real hair, though?
I
The mat of
I do
animal
think,
fur?
I think it's real. I really do.
You
I,
do?
I think it's plugs.
because he's so rich. Like if he was not real, wouldn't he buy something much better?
Well, if he's that rich,
If he
maybe
was
he
that
got
rich-
I
a
think it's
scalp
real.
transfusion thing.
I think it's real.
He has some dead man's hair.
I think it's real.
No.
It's absolutely real. I just want to see it when he does
I want to
that.
fluff it. Like,
I want to
just wanna
see
mess it
how
up.
he combs
Give him a
it. I
noogie.
mean,
Trumpo natural.
I'm
wanna
sure
ruffle his
it's
feathers.
I'm sure it's his.
Who's a Donald Trump?
Oh, Nicole wants to give Trumpy a noogie.
That would
Oh
be
my
so
goodness.
fun.
Here, catch. Oh, this is why I don't play sports. Ah, look at that.
okay.
Here.
Oh, green, my favorite color.
Oh,
Oh my god,
We are about
I'm so nervous.
to do the glass giveaway. When I count to 3, we're going to pop this, and then you be the third caller, and you will win a set of glasses.
How do you
Yes,
hold them?
you don't face it towards your head.
Careful,
No,
this is
Martha.
flammable. No, the,
Yes.
big, the big barrel part away
Yes.
from you.
Oh my god, before
Ooh,
it blows up at you.
just don't break a camera. We
This
don't
way?
have the money
And then
to
we pull
buy
the
a new
string?
one.
I don't think they have that
Oh,
much
okay.
power.
okay.
I bought them for 99 cents.
Okay.
They will
It
not
says
blow your face off.
use
I
only under
promise.
adult supervision. Are
Well,
we okay right now?
So,
Where's
the
the
number
adult?
is 610-378-0426. 1, 2, 3, go!
Well, that was scary. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Are there
That
more?
was
I want to do
fun.
that
I was just
again.
gonna say, can we do that again? Now that I know what to
So,
expect.
while we wait for the phones to ring, well, our dear Heather, who manages, listen to it go.
Oh, there it
listen to
goes.
who manages the station here, says our show just keeps getting better, and she is pleased to have us here at BCTV.
Heather, we love you.
Oh, and she wants to meet. We've never
to meet
actually
us?
met her in person.
Is she here?
No, I don't think
She's
she
not
is.
here
Heather
today?
isn't here. No, she has a life. She has
She goes
regular.
home. She's not like the rest of us. that
She
get
has
to hang
regular
out here
business
till
hours.
all
Heather,
hours.
we want to meet you.
Yes, you should come.
Be a guest.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Hey,
On our
that would
next
be
show,
fun.
you need to come on and we can talk about BCTV because it is a lovely home that we have
We
here.
love
That
it
is a great
here.
And we
idea.
thank you
We've
for
been here,
having
what,
us.
like 4
So,
years now?
Yeah.
Almost?
Is it well,
Four?
what is it?
3?
Oh, it's more.
A third.
This is our
We
third
fight
year.
about
no,
that
we're
all the
going
time.
We're going on 4.
So yes,
Exciting.
next show, Heather Adams as our guest. Our host will be our guest.
We've demanded it.
Perfect.
There you go. How do we have
Pencil us in,
do
Heather.
we have a winner on that?
Not yet?
Uh-oh.
I think she's talking to somebody.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say,
All right.
phones are ringing. I
We
heard
will
them blow
keep-
up.
we will
Someone's
keep
getting
going
a
on.
pretty cool present coming in.
Oh, well. Is she too involved to run the next intro?
She might be.
Maybe.
Maybe she is.
Why don't you come back to me?
All right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Oh, winner.
Hello, home viewer. Who are you? Hello, home viewer. You're on the air. Who are you?
Hi, James.
Hello, darling. Who are you?
It's Becca.
Oh, my goodness. How are you doing? Are you our winner?
I am.
That's absolutely wonderful. Did they get your address and all?
They will, I'm sure.
All right, yes.
We'll
So
give
when
it
we're
to
done
them.
talking with you, just
Hang out.
yes. When we get done talking with you, stay on the line, and they'll get to you and get your address, and we'll get those glasses out to you. Congratulations!
Congratulations,
laugh.
Becca.
That's a good person to
Yeah,
win in life.
now we can drink with you.
Oh, yay.
Eventually we will have all our viewers have glasses, and we can
That's
all drink
That would be
together.
awesome.
Speaking of drinking, Martha, could you?
Indeed, indeed.
But how's everything over where you are?
Doing well, thank you very much. Nico's growing like a weed.
Yay,
Oh, my
baby.
goodness.
I love him.
He is so cute. I've seen him on Facebook. He's adorable.
He is beautiful, baby.
Babies are just lovely. I would never want one, but I like looking at
I
other
love
people's.
everyone else's.
You're a good auntie, and that's
Oh, well,
Right.
what
thank you.
matters.
Well, I thank you and congratulations, and just hang on the line there, and they'll get your info, and we'll get those glasses right out to you. Thanks for watching all the time. We love you.
Mwah.
Jane, we love you too.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's exciting. I
She
love it.
watches us all the time.
She does.
Her and her
That's
hubby.
wonderful.
That's great. And the
And
little
baby
wee one.
Nico. I don't think he's watching. I think he's sleeping.
Oh, he might be up there.
He might be.
Nicely
He loves his
done.
DD
So we're going to skip ahead and...
Uh-oh.
Are we able to do Nicole's
I thought I heard a
intro?
pop off
or...
the thing.
Oh, yes we are.
It's dirty. It's wet. It's green. It's Nicole's Greenhouse Confessions.
Oh, and over to Nicole for Nicole's Greenhouse Confessions.
Time for
It
dirt.
always makes me feel so dirty. All right, well, because they're greenhouse confessions, I have a confession. Come close, let me tell you a secret.
Did you say compost?
I did not. As it turns out, I am garden deficient this year. I didn't even do my flower beds until 3 weeks ago because I hired some students to help me clean my garden and babysit my child. It was sort of a 2-for-1 deal. I did not have the time or the desire. So my garden beds are currently housing some 4-foot tall weeds.
Oh, no.
But it's fun to sort of... Oh, I had pumpkins. I bought decorative pumpkins for Halloween, and I put them in the front garden. And then the next spring, they started to grow. My husband had to go rip them out.
Yeah, great. They were all over her
You
yard.
should have kept them. We could have pumpkin seeds.
Well, let me get to that. Let me get to that.
Uh-oh.
You're
excited
killing my
because I
vibe
said the
here.
pumpkin seeds
No,
were, and
so
you went,
my confession is that I did not do a garden this year, and maybe some of you are in the same boat. And if you are, fear not. You can start what we would call late summer crops at this time. And the thing to do, if you want to have a sustainable garden, you can be growing crops in a systematic fashion. You can start some now. There are certain carrots, onions, parsnips, which are great for the fall. I have a great recipe if you ever want it for mashed potatoes and parsnips, like mashed parsnips.
And
It's
if you
good.
want that, you can call. You can write us at on Facebook and ask, or
I don't even know what it's
yeah,
parsnip,
Facebook,
but it sounds
and
It
ask
gives it a
Nicole
little
for that
zing.
recipe.
It gives a
like
nice,
carrots, right?
yeah, it gives a little bit of a zing. It's
strong.
nice. So anyway, don't be afraid to try something at this point in time. And if you start to employ things like cold frames and mini greenhouses, you can have a crop coming out until November around here. Especially with our shifting seasons. I know people that are getting produce until November when we really have those killing frosts. So think about, spring isn't just the time to plant. And, if you're creative about it, you can have a bountiful harvest from April to November. So
Is it too late to plant
about
corn?
yeah, at this probably. I mean, you could probably get some late season corn, but I wouldn't recommend it at this point.
All right, fine. I'll do without.
I wouldn't really recommend planting too much corn anyway. You need space, but
One stalk.
one stalk.
year.
But it's
I
good
love
because you
corn.
can pull it up in the winter, in the fall, and use it as decoration.
Right.
This is
It's a multi-purpose crop.
Right.
That's right, multi-seasonal crop.
There you go.
But the other thing I wanted to say about Greenhouse Confessions is sometimes give something a chance. I started to have something grow into one of my pots, and as the leaves came out, I realized it was a squash of some kind, just from the leaves, but I didn't know which one. So we're having a fun time now playing, what's that plant?
What's that squash?
And at this point, we've got it narrowed down. It's either a watermelon or a pumpkin.
Well, there you go.
Hey.
Who knows?
That's
So we
right.
could have a
Difference,
pumpkin anyway.
right.
And if it turns out to be a pumpkin, it shall be on.
You're ready for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta make them seeds.
But it's fun. Sometimes it's fun
Next
to
month
just
we'll have
have
pumpkin
something
seeds.
start to grow
pumpkin
and
seeds are the best.
start to figure out what it is. That's the beauty of gardening.
So what you're saying is it's never too late.
It's never too
until
late.
that frost. You can grow things. Well, you can grow indoors too, and we'll
Yeah.
talk about that, I'm sure, later in the
gonna buy
season.
seeds
Yeah, well,
for you to grow.
I typically, I have my students start seeds in the greenhouse, and then, it's a good learning experience for them. They get to start seeds, and then you can put them outside. And so I usually end up with a lot of them, but it's it's a good way to start. And you can make a greenhouse in your home. You can build a mini greenhouse. It's not hard to do. Cold frames are also awesome. Just look up cold frames. They're totally cool. They're easy to make, and they're the way to go.
That's wonderful.
Cold frames.
Well, thank you,
You're
Nicole,
welcome.
for this episode of this segment of Nicole's Greenhouse Confessions. Roll that outro.
It's dirty. It's wet. It's green. It's It's Nicole's Green Confessions.
That segment. It just got a lot of love.
Kirk has too much time on his hands when he puts these things together. Actually, he just does the sound. Jamie does the videos. So congrats to both of them. Oh, and now on to the topic of surprise.
I have a surprise.
Who was the surprise topic?
I do.
Surprise!
Wow. I actually asked my daughter for some suggestions because she came up with the last one that I had. It was such a good one. And she sent me a whole list of wonderful ones that I filed and we used. But I finally came up with one that I thought we could use. I have been a dedicated Weight Watcher since about 1983. And sometimes I faithfully go to meetings, and sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. But Weight Watchers definitely works. It's not a diet. It's definitely not a diet. It's simply a healthy way of eating, and you can eat anything with Weight Watchers. It's really portion control and knowing, what to avoid and trigger foods. Nevertheless, there have been times since 1983 that I thought I would try something else. And at one point I wanted to lose weight, and I heard about the cookie diet. There used to be a doctor on Fifth Street who charged a great deal of money. She's now deceased, but she charged a great deal of money. And you went in every week, and you paid a lot of money that my insurance didn't cover, and you bought, and she checked your blood pressure and took blood tests and gave you cookies. You bought cookies, and you ate cookies for 3 meals plus fruit and vegetables.
Was her daughter a Girl Scout?
No, these were really thick cookies. Anyway, it worked. I lost like a bandit.
What kind of cookies were these?
They were very dense. I have no idea.
All right.
But
like
it
Oreos,
was.
right?
I think I absolutely ruined my bone health doing that. And I have some other friends who tried it. I lost like 70 pounds. Boom. I really, was down to, my college weight. But of course I gained it back because eventually I got so sick of the cookies. So what I want to know is, what crazy diet have you or somebody you know tried, and what were the results?
Oh my
I mean, really crazy, because there have been all kinds of crazy diets out there.
Friend on Facebook is currently starting a chicken broth cleanse. She posted pictures today of her.
She's growing feathers?
Boiling the chicken, I don't know. And then it's all in these jars. And she's a really cool lady, so I want to ask her, like, what exactly is this chicken broth? But her last picture was literally 12 mason jars of chicken broth. She's like, I'm ready to start this. I'm sitting there going, you just drink that straight?
There is healing qualities of chicken broth.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
healing,
but just chicken broth.
When
whatever.
you're sick, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh,
And I've
the
seen people
smell
go
of
on
chicken
that
broth is awful.
that apple cider
Vinegar.
or
Yeah.
lemon cleanse.
Yeah.
Mostly I've seen cleanses.
I drink lemon juice and apple cider vinegar every day.
I drink
But
lemon
that
juice
is
every
good for
day.
you. But
Yeah, that's
this
good
is
for
like
you.
a
It's
total
good for
cleanse. But
arthritis.
that's all you do.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Jamie went on a certain high protein fad, which I'm not going to name for legal reasons. But his cholesterol shot through the roof. He dropped that really quickly.
Oh no!
So how about
you?
You
Didn't lose any weight, did you?
A little bit.
A little bit, but not as much as your
I've gone to the gym regularly.
Indeed, so not as much as your highly elevated cholesterol would have indicated. Anyway, have you tried any?
Not me personally. Like friends of mine have done the bee pollen thing, and I actually did try it for a while, but for not very long. Not long
what
enough
is
to
that
drink.
about?
I don't know anything
Pills.
about
It's bee pollen pills, and
I mean, you don't eat then? You just...
no, you do eat.
You
Like,
buzz?
nothing changes.
I mean, do you flap wings?
It increases your energy like tenfold.
really?
Buzz a little bit.
Yeah.
So your metabolism, I guess,
getting
goes up.
aggressive.
Stinging people.
Stinging a lot of people.
People out left and right. Like, get in my face. What? No, I couldn't even. I'm so serious. I have a bad reaction to anything caffeinated. I get very aggressive.
Sheila,
not on
aggressive.
purpose. I'm so serious. Like,
Oh, Sheila, that's hysterical.
is
kidding.
that.
I'm not kidding.
You go around buzzing at people?
Buzzing, like I might have like shoved them into the wall more like it. I mixed the ammo when I said aggressive.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So the bee
That's
pollen, okay, there used to be an ice cream diet. I'm so many fad diets, and really the idea of dieting is just not a good one. It's just a matter of changing your lifestyle a little bit.
I fall off the wagon, but I try to be on the
Yeah.
eat everything in moderation wagon.
And that's
Yeah,
really what it is.
Diet.
you don't
That
have to
really
deprive
is what it
yourself,
is.
right?
Indeed.
And then there are the trigger foods. That, the moderation
Trigger
goes
food.
right out the window when you open that box of Ben and Jerry's and, Weight Watchers says half a
Yeah,
cup of ice
what's
cream.
everyone's trigger food?
Oh,
Oreos,
sweet.
clearly.
Or actually, soft serve in a cone with sprinkles. Oh gosh.
But you won't eat one of those, and then you walk away because you have to buy those, right? You don't go back and buy 6 more.
You could though.
I could.
You
Stopping you.
But do you have
See,
something?
one satisfies
public,
me though.
so-
One
Well,
satisfies
see, but that's
me.
not a trigger food then. A trigger food is something that you start, and
And
if
you
you
just
have it
can't
at
stop?
home, you're going to eat the whole half gallon because
I'm
you
not like
can't-
that. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm like that, but
you
I
don't have anything
I
like
can't-
that, like chips or peanuts or
Ew.
veggie
No,
twists or anything?
I get really sick of something quickly. I just need a
Okay.
taste here and there,
Okay.
and then I'm
No,
good.
if I
Wow.
get a pint of Ben and Jerry's,
You're going to
I'll
eat
eat
the whole thing. Yes,
Oh, really?
me too.
I
I could
can't.
eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm a saver by nature.
You savor
Like,
your foods.
Yeah, like, and it
Like one or
it
two
makes,
bites a day.
I savor
makes
the
my
Ben and
husband
Jerry's.
angry.
I have my moments. I can eat like
Yeah.
1 or 2 bites, and then like some days I'm just like, you know what? No.
Well, I just think it's half gone. I might as well finish the rest.
Exactly.
See, I'm not. See,
Exactly.
right?
I'll take like a chocolate bar, and that chocolate bar will last me a month and a half.
That's control.
But
Good
it's not
Lord.
control for
Yeah,
me. It's
it
just
will
all
last
I
like
need.
5 minutes.
But my husband gets so mad at me. He's like, "It's there. Why don't you eat it?" Because now what happens in my household is I buy
He's trying to make you
I
fat.
buy husband chocolate. It's sort of like, you eat that and stay away from it. I hide mine
So-
because
From your girl
I go to
chocolate
look for my
style?
chocolate and it wouldn't be there.
So
I'm like,
you-
where's my
So
chocolate?
your chocolate, he's upset because your chocolate is sitting there taunting him.
Well, see, I now
He's
buy
eating
chocolate that
Hershey and, like,
nuts
Dove.
and toffee in it, and he doesn't like
the
that
real
junk.
cheap stuff.
So,
He's
but
eating
it's the
Hershey
fact that like one time
Palmers.
I don't drink a lot of soda. If I drink soda, it's like a dessert. So I bought a little 6-pack of the little what I call the shooter cans, the tiny ones of Dr. Pepper, because in my single days, those would last me until I was done with them. But in married life, I went to look for one, and they were all gone.
gone.
I was like, 6 of them. You drank 6 of them in a week. And he's like, what were you going to do with them? I drank them. Well, you didn't drink them. But I was going to.
Time limit. You need to drink them by Saturday.
Apparently, I have a time limit on things. And I was like,
Yeah, if you don't drink them by Saturday, they're gone.
I think you need a marriage counselor.
To teach Jesse how not to drink
Exactly.
soda.
Don't drink the soda business
Don't eat
before
her
it
chocolate.
escalates
Don't drink her
into
soda.
something bigger.
so that's, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my surprise topics.
Have you had speaking of food, have you had a really on Facebook just following you?
Oh yeah, oh,
But
crazy.
but on that aggressive sort of thing, Patti LuPone at the theater.
Yeah, check her out.
She went
Go
from
Patty.
here to here in my book.
You bet.
And it's gotten out of hand.
And it happens
odd-
everywhere.
Really? It
happens
does.
Even at our community theaters, people are
Explain a
so.
little bit about it.
Oh,
Okay. Well, Patti LuPone, who's in Shows for Days, which is actually a play
our
by
Little
Douglas
Theater.
Carter Bean, based on Genesius Theater, which in the play is called Premier. But it's based on the founder in the early days of Genesius Theater, which is absolutely wonderful. But Patti LuPone plays the Jane character, who is the founder of Genesius Theater. And at one performance, she got so sick of seeing a sea of cell phones out there that she went out, and I guess there's a point where she talks to the audience, and she just grabbed the thing right out of someone's hand and took it from them, causing much consternation. But as someone who does perform, well, you can look at it both ways. Somebody who does perform, I have looked out there and seen a sea of shining screens, or heard people talking, or the
distracting.
phone reading, or the phone bringing. And it's also the same if you're sitting there trying to enjoy a piece
Exactly.
of a theater or a movie or whatever, or concert, and you hear this constant
Well, not only that, but that somebody has lighted in front of them distracts you.
Everybody
As an
else.
actor, yeah.
But as an audience member,
Anywhere,
it's
yeah.
distracting. But I think it's a broader issue too. I find it very distracting if I'm sitting with a group of people and we're having a meal and somebody's got his cell phone down here. And while we're talking, he's kind of checking it.
Yeah.
If he's a surgeon or he's a gynecologist with a delivery, about to happen, I get that. But that to me is, now I haven't got his attention. Now he's checking his phone. Even if he's got it lying on the table, occasionally he's looking at it. That's very distracting, even if you're not in the theater.
It creates the connotation that you're
not
not
really
valuable.
important. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that bothers me.
It does me too.
Doing the shows at school that I do, we do a school performance to get the kids all excited about it. And I watch from the back, and it's blue screens everywhere. In fact, every assembly, blue screens everywhere.
These kids are not paying
kids
attention.
cannot
No.
put them down. And I read an article recently. I read this article, and I should be able to cite, as someone getting my master's, I should be able to cite the source. But anyway, I read this great article that talks about the fact that psychologically, kids need time where they're sort of just sitting there staring. You need that time to self-reflect, think internally, and because they've got a screen in front of them, that's now not happening
it's
at
not.
all. And it's causing a lot of problems. So we talk about kids that become cell phone addicted or, smart.
I will admit,
Device
I'm cell phone
addicted,
addicted,
but-
but I need my wind down time. I will often stand in my apartment and just, or in my house,
Browse and stuff,
br-
yeah.
well, no, I just sit there and stare off into the distance
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
need to shut my brain down from time to time.
I do that.
I have heard from Kirk, Jamie's partner, husband, I guess. Is that what we're saying now? Yes, husband.
They're husbands.
Yes. But he works at Dutch Apple, as we all know, and he's seen the kids in the ensemble and the various parts in the show using their cell phones backstage, putting them in their pockets, going on in character with the cell phone in their pocket. And it kind of boggles my mind because how can you be focused
can't
on
be in
the job you're
character.
doing on the show?
When
If-
you just were texting. and
Indeed.
doing
How can your
something.
head be totally into that
Oh, it's
performance?
not.
We fight our kids on that too.
But it's
I don't think we
shocking.
Why would you
Why
have to go
not
on
just make
stage
a
with your
law?
phone in your pocket?
Because
Exactly.
people
kills
can't
me.
leave the darn thing alone. It's
It's a security blanket. It's a security blanket.
Well, we've got to
Wow.
break that habit.
It does need
And
to be
I think
broken,
we need
and
to take a
it's-
strong
Yeah.
stand on it.
Oh, it's definitely happening in my house. There will be we've decided no phones at the dinner table. And even though David's not old enough to have a cell phone, he will be, and we've started modeling it so that we're in the habit. Our phones stay in another room while we're having dinner.
Oh, that's
And
excellent.
we
That's
a
have
great
dinner in
Why
the
do
dining
we
room,
really
no
need to be
TV,
so
nothing.
connected? All those people that you're getting these
Well,
little
what did
tweets
we do
from
when
all
we
day
were
It's
long.
growing up?
narcissism. It's a need for validation.
It's also lack of self-confidence or lack of being able to be by yourself.
It's all of that. It's a
just
need for
really
validation, and
scary.
at the very base level, it's just a need to feel connected to others. But isn't that funny that our need to feel connected
Pick up
has
the
actually
phone.
disconnected us?
Except the
Yeah.
connection that we have currently is not really a connection.
No.
It's a facade of a connection, and
Yeah.
Well, good for Patty LaPone.
well, indeed.
Yeah, amen, sister. Keep doing
you
it.
bet.
And
Yeah, when I first
she-
saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's rude." But you know what? No, it's
she's
rude
got
to the audience.
she's got
yeah.
people in both camps. I think stronger in the wonderful gay girl, go girl
Absolutely.
Yeah.
camp than in the
hot
that
room
was
camp,
yeah. But it's tempting. I mean, you're as a
I-
performer, you're up
You
there
ever wanted
doing
to
a
do that on
job,
stage?
and you don't want to see somebody not involved in what you're doing.
It's like the kid I see at the movie theater who's on their phone
Right.
perpetually.
And
I'm
that's
like,
distracting
you
to
paid $12 to be here? I paid
At
$12
least.
to be here. Your way money, you are certainly wasting
But
your
then their
own.
attitude is, I paid my $12. I can do
what I
whatever I
want.
want
Well,
to
that's
do.
it.
Which
I
is
can do what I want. I'll do what I want.
this is the TV this is the TV mentality. It's like, no, you can't do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want as long as it's not
Interfering with somebody
infringing
else.
on my enjoyment.
And by the way, life is not a series of instant gratification moments.
Well, indeed.
No?
Well, sometimes.
Really?
There's them in
Shit.
there.
Well, while we're on movies,
Sorry. Nobody heard that.
we had yet another. Didn't I say on the last show, don't shoot people? Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Loud and clear, don't shoot people. And yet here we go again, a theater shooting, which is ironic because now the GOP wants people in movie theaters to be armed, which I think Lincoln would have a problem with.
Which is exactly the wrong way to Lincoln. It's the wrong way to
think about it for a moment.
Yeah, that sounds even better. Making the
All those
situation
other
worse.
Western
guns with more
nations
guns.
that have so few guns
How about they just
don't
make
even
sure nobody
arm.
brings guns
Are they
into the
all
theater?
wrong?
How about
Are they
Australia?
all wrong?
Australia.
Australia had a terrible event, and that led to crazy gun control, which has completely changed their it's reversed the issue.
But all the European nations, all Western nations, nobody has gun rules like we do.
The problem is,
Gun ownership.
and this is my just my opinion on the problem. And again, I come from this as I am a gun supporter. I believe in guns. I think you have a right to own a gun. Within reason. And this is the problem. And the leadership of the National Rifle Association is insane. To put it bluntly. I mean, they don't even agree with most of what their supporters and members believe. Restriction is absurd to them. That is absurd to me.
It is to me too.
Background checks.
I'm a gun owner, and I think it's necessary, especially now. I mean, people are unbalanced, you know?
Do you have an assault rifle?
No, I don't have an
Do you have one of those Uzi type things?
No.
So why should a
So
home have
why
that?
would
I have a
anyone need that?
.57.
So why would anyone need one?
Exactly. Have a gun. I mean, it's there if I need it. Hopefully, I never have to use it, but if I do,
Indeed.
I'm not bringing it to a theater.
Right.
I'm not taking it to public places.
Problem. No one. The medium middle ground here is not that all the guns need to go away.
And that'll never happen anyway.
Indeed, it's impossible. It won't happen.
No.
The middle ground is sensible rules, sensible checks, and sensible arms. There is no reason anyone needs an AK-47.
Right.
There just isn't.
And maybe
They're
you're not
not-
qualified to have a gun just because you have a trigger finger. There should be a few more qualifications than that.
Indeed, I myself would not be a good owner of a gun.
5 minutes.
I occasionally get angry, and I have self-control issues, and I think it would be dangerous for me.
It's scary.
But I know this about myself, and I think a lot of people aren't that self-actualized to know that they shouldn't actually have a gun within reach.
No, I shouldn't. I wouldn't
And
want
now
to.
that Sheila's off B-pollen, I think it's okay for her
It's
to
safe
have
now.
Indeed.
Oh my God,
Now, did
But if
have-
you were on B-pollen, I'd
Now,
say,
did you
"Sister,
have the
gotta
gun
let
while you
go."
were on B-pollen?
I did.
Oh,
I've had the gun
The world's
since
a
I
safe
was
place.
Did we know you then?
Yeah, I've had a gun since I was 18.
No. Did we know you when you were in B-pollen?
No. 12 years ago.
she was a
goodness.
bee pollen hopper and a gun owner all at the same time, and
Yeah.
we survived.
You did survive. That could have been ugly,
My
right? But I'm
goodness.
good.
Oh, so
control.
other than going target practicing, do you do that?
I used to in a while.
Could I go with you sometime? That would be
Yeah.
fun. We should go target practice.
That would be fun.
That would. I would love that.
That would be a lot of fun.
Actually is fun.
That would be so
I have to
much
tell
fun.
you.
Hey, road trip, right? For all of
Yes.
us. We should all do
we
it.
will all go shoot
Martha's
guns.
like, nope.
Or most of us will go shoot guns.
22
Martha
for my
can watch.
16th birthday.
Ah.
So I've done that. No.
No, you're over it.
But other fun activities. What does the rest of the summer hold for everyone?
Hey,
it's-
Janice has hairspray starting. In fact, what date it is? It's August. I have it here. Give me a second. I believe it's the second week of August.
So the
Yeah, it's gonna be
something to the 7th.
opening night, August 7th. Yeah,
All right, that's wonderful.
7th through the 15th. It looks like, or the 16th.
Okay.
So
7th through the 16th.
yeah, 7th through the 16th. So that's gonna be a fun time.
And next weekend is the San Marco Festival in Temple. If you haven't been
that's
to
The
the
what?
San Marco Club,
That's the Italian
in
festival,
Temple,
right?
it's wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah. Friday,
How
Saturday,
is
this
Sunday.
weekend?
Friday, Saturday, and
into that.
Sunday. It's lots of fun.
I thought you said
Great
Sam
food.
Arco, and I was like, who's
San
Mr. Arco?
Arco.
Who's Mr.
Marco.
Who's Mr. Arco?
Why does he get a
Marco.
festival?
It's
I
wonderful.
want a festival.
If Sam Arco can have a festival, I want a
And
festival.
where is it?
It's in Temple. It's on I forget the street, but there's a big big sign across the Kutztown Road in Temple is
Yeah.
Follow the Arrows. It's just about a block off the
sounds like
Kutztown
fun.
Road.
To Italian bliss.
Great Italian food.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of fun. Bocce, all kinds of things.
See, I think Italians do it best. I'm
Yep.
going.
Amen, sister.
Right?
And that's
Nicole
next
knows. Why
next
would I
weekend?
tell you?
This
This
weekend.
coming weekend, the
All right.
31st,
Weekend.
1st, and 2nd.
And then our friend Kirk opens in West Side. Well, he has 1 week left of Oklahoma,
Oh my goodness.
and then the next week he opens in West Side Story as Doc,
Really?
which is
Oh, that's
which is a
exciting.
lovely little.
Hey, yes.
And Oklahoma's fabulous, by the way. Got to
Oh.
see it.
Oh.
And
You did?
you guys got 1 week left. Get your butts out there. See it. It's good stuff.
Those kids do an amazing job. It's
Yeah, I love Dutch Apple. They do a great job, and it's just a fun experience all around. And you know what? If you can't make it out for Oklahoma, you're lost, but make plans for West Side Story, because it's
I love West
It's gonna
Side
be good.
I
Story.
do.
It's a great. It's one of the
Thank
American
you.
classics,
Lovely.
and
You know, it was the
it's-
first show I worked on at Genesius.
Oh my goodness!
One of the first ones, yeah.
Oh, that,
Isn't it?
do you have anything that's coming up for you this summer?
final defense of my thesis for my master's.
Ooh.
Hey, when
Home
does that
stretch,
happen?
baby.
August 28th.
Yay,
and so
right.
August 14th is
Oh,
my final draft deadline.
Day before my birthday.
And
Congratulations.
so I will be at Penn State on the 28th, so say a little prayer for me and
Indeed. Good for
say a
you.
little prayer for me.
We should do a back rack. So we should work up a number and all sing it sometime.
Okay.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That
down.
would be wonderful.
I'll costumes.
Oh, how's the flags? How are the flags coming?
Flags? Oh, well, you know, they're on. I'm getting there. They're coming along. I haven't started making the real flags yet, but the fake ones are coming along really good.
What do you mean fake ones? Those
Practice ones.
Those look great.
Practice.
The ones
Practice
you
ones.
brought in here.
Yeah,
look-
but they're not show flags.
Oh.
They're practice flags.
When you get a show flag made, will you bring it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please?
What
We
do you
wanna
have to
see
do
that,
to be a
'cause
show
those others
flag?
are pretty
You
cool.
have to be like extra gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I got my work cut out.
Gorgeous.
I really do.
Hey, just a shout out to the parents at home real quick. You got a month left of vacation before your kids go back to school.
And then your vacation starts.
Why don't you plan the vacation now and then, hey, you know, in November, don't take your kid out for 2 weeks because
yeah.
that doesn't make teachers
We
happy.
hate when that
Yeah.
happens.
Put that out there.
Or we could go for year-round school, which would allow you to do that at various
Ooh,
times.
my
Or
goodness.
go for that.
Absolutely.
Here, pour me some more while we wind this down, because I have to have a drink to end the show, which we actually have to do. So
We're done?
we're close.
flew
We're
by.
very close to done, and I don't want to have to like spit all of it out in just 3 seconds like I usually do. So, but we thank you. We thank Rachel, and Amber, who are our wonderful studio people, and also to Heather Adams, who
Is going to be our next.
is going to be on our next show.
Whether she likes it or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Surprise,
Clear your
Heather.
schedule. It's been done.
Pencil us in.
The show is because you set the schedule. We thank BCTV as always because they are really truly a wonderful home for us and for so many other wonderful programs. So if you have a few extra bucks, put it in an envelope, send it to BCTV, tell them that's what she said to do it.
Exactly.
And,
if you like us and you want to see us on the air, keep sending
Yeah,
BCTV
we like it here. We want to
indeed,
stay.
because funding, well, we'll talk more about funding on here next week,
Right.
but I imagine it isn't really hefty from any sort of outside governmental things. And we have to say goodbye, so remember, tweet us at She Tweets to Me, find us on Facebook, look for that logo, and we're at that'swhatSheSaidOnline.com. See you next time, which is Monday, August 24th at 9 o'clock with Heather Adams. Woo! For all of us, bye.
Bye-bye. So long.